Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Plot Thickens. This is a podcast brought to you by Kimisitu Investment PLC, where we talk about everything real estate and land investment, everything. So today we have happened to be joined by...
I'm Daniel Muchema. I'm the team leader in finance and administration at Kimisitu Investment Company PLC.
Okay, thank you so much. So today the episode is basically the financial blueprint, your path to plot ownership. And Mr. Muchema, I want to ask a question, the same question that I asked Chris on our past few episodes. How much do I need to buy a plot?
Thank you, Eric. I believe that everybody who has some disposable income has something to spend and acquire a parcel. It only depends with how you plan, budget your finances, and how you can be able to meet your obligations in the payment of the same. Thank you.
Okay, so when it comes to payment, do I really need... Okay, you've said the disposable income. In all respect, disposable income can be 10,000, 20,000. When I want to buy a piece of land, or when I'm thinking to buy a piece of land, of course I need to save before I buy it. Mm-hmm. Are we thinking starting from 500,000? Because that's the same question I asked Chris before. Is it 500,000, or do I need to stay until I get $1 million in order to start investing in land? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, good question, Eric. What I believe is that the fact that there are several ways that you can be able to acquire a parcel. Mm-hmm. It depends with what you have in your pocket. Number two, at Kimisitu Investment, we do have options on how you can buy. One of it being where you have your lump sum amount and you're able to buy a parcel, maybe at a cash option, which is maybe $1 million for that parcel. If you have $1 million in the bank, you can be able to buy directly, and that's all the payment you need to do. You do have another option where you pay in installments. Mm-hmm. You are able to meet the set deposit amount that the company has, and then the balance you pay it in installment basis. It can be 2, 3, 6, 9 months installment basis. So those are the options we have. And the third option is you can be able to be depositing some money with us. And after some time, you'll have accumulated a good lump sum. Mm-hmm. You can be able to surrender and acquire the property of choice that will be within our disposal.
Okay, you've said, I think, 3 terms when it comes to the financing. You've said deposit, installment, and lump sum.
Yes.
Kindly explain to me, and also the other people at home, what is the difference between a deposit and a lump sum when it comes to investing? Okay,
for a deposit, you are able to pay. Let's give an example that a property is worth $1 million and the deposit amount is 200,000. So the deposit is that 200,000. Then the balance you agree on the terms of payment where you'll be meeting your obligations or your installment payments.
So that the 800,000 remaining is the installment?
Is payable in installments. Yes.
Okay. So and the lump sum is the 800,000 that is remaining?
The lump sum is the payment in cash, where you have $1 million, the parcel is worth $1 million, you pay it at once. The third option that I gave to make it clear is where you are able to look at your income, be depositing some money with us, maybe on a monthly basis. You can call it a check-off or contributions. Then after some time, you'll have accumulated so much to a point where you are either able to meet the deposit and meet the balance on installment basis, or you'll have accumulated $1 million within a certain timeline. And then at that particular point, you'll say, okay, what do you have? Can I pick one using the deposits that I have in my savings or booking account?
And then, okay, let me also propose another question that I don't know if it's the same question people have at home, but let's say land, the parcel of land that I'm wanting to buy is $1 million.
Yes.
I pay the deposit of 200,000, then there is 800,000 left.
Yes.
Of course, land appreciates continually. With that 800,000, is it like that higher purchase thing whereby after some point I'll have seen that I've paid maybe even 1.1, or it's just that 1 million when it gets there and it's done?
Good question, Eric.
Yeah.
What we do have an agreement in the offer letter that you have taken this property, this is the deposit amount you have paid, this is the balance payable in installments. At Kimisitu Investment Company PLC, we don't hike or do a joke with the prices. What you have made in our agreement is what we'll be able to follow. And if you are to pay 1 million, as per the agreement, that will be the 1 million even after the payment of that installment terms. But let me add something there, Eric. It's more important that the customer understands and plans his finances when it comes to installment payments. There are various ways where one can be able to plan that, so that it will not also take too long for you to clear your parcel, or it also not happen that the parcel has even gained a lot of value and we have secured it only for you. So we do encourage our customers and our clienteles to maybe plan their finances, can give us some post-dated checks, can plan their payment terms with standing orders, can also plan abrupt deposits, so that once you meet that obligation, we are within the timelines of the agreement that we had from the beginning.
Okay. I think now we can jump into the next thing of how financing into, especially when it comes to buying land. You've said the per parcel of land is $1 million. I only have 200,000. Can I buy that land?
Or zero.
Yeah, I actually owe zero. Can I buy that? Like, what are the financing options when it comes to purchasing a plot?
Okay, good, Derek. To our viewers, it's important to note that, as I said from the beginning, if you have a disposable income, you can be able to plan that income. And it will guarantee you or give you a property, it can give you a plot, a parcel of land, a house, and all that. So we do have an MOU with Kimisitu Sacco, which is our mother Sacco, where especially the people who do not have guarantors, who do not have the solid collaterals for acquiring a loan, they are able to purchase using the parcel that we are selling to you, and that acts as a collateral. So it's a product that is giving a people with the zero, so to say, in terms of you don't have adequate finances, and again, you do not have the adequate security. So Kimisitu Sacco gives us and guarantees you a place to own a property. Secondly, if you are in other banks or other financial institutions, we do have the professional undertaking where you are able to secure a loan using your own ways, but our security, our title deeds of that particular property that you are acquiring will also be used as a security for that collateral. It's a product that our mother Sacco members are able to enjoy, as well as the general public, in a very flexible professional undertaking platform.
Okay, I think we can talk a little bit more about the MOU with the investment company and the Sacco. I think if you can probably explain it into detail. When I want to buy a plot of land through the Sacco, is it that I will be paying you and the Sacco slowly, or is it the Sacco will pay for me that I pay the Sacco slowly, or is it, how is it exactly that we will be going?
Okay, good. With the MOU at the Sacco, we encourage our customers and our clientele to first identify the property that you need. And once you identify the property that you need, you are able to go to the Sacco and tell them, I want to buy this property with Kimisitu Investment. I would wish to get financed by you. Then the Sacco will do their own appraisal and their own due diligence on you, and upon satisfactory passing of that test, they will give you the monies which will be paid to us from the Sacco. For you, what you'll be able to pay is a loan. The interesting part of it is the fact that maybe our installment terms are not up to or are not as flexible as the loan can be.
Okay.
Makao Halisi loan at the Sacco is given at a period of 72 months. 72 months is actually 6 years. So you can pay for that property in 6 years at a very flexible repayment terms. And you are going to pay the Sacco that money at your comfort without denting too much on your pocket, because maybe our installments for, give an example, for a year can be maybe 100,000 per month, which is maybe far out of reach. So with the financing from the MOU, you spread your loan according to your flexibility and you pay it at the terms that you agree with the Sacco. And a loan is guaranteeing you that larger period where you're able to pay at your comfort.
So if I'm understanding you correctly,
Yes.
I'm coming to the Sacco and saying, okay, I want to buy Kimisitu Haven Court. Yes.
You have identified it.
Yeah, you've identified it.
Correct.
Through Kimisitu Investment.
Yes.
And okay, they do their appraisal, their due diligence. So is it the Sacco that will pay you, the Kimisitu Investment, then I just repay that loan?
The loan will be given to you.
Okay.
And the money as per the agreement will be channeled to Kimisitu Investment.
Okay.
As a payment of that particular property.
All right.
So the security then will be there for you. That is in the property that you have acquired and Kimisitu Sacco. Then you will be paying Kimisitu Sacco the loan at the agreed terms, which are very flexible.
Yeah, you said until 72 months.
After all, they have give you a larger period to meet.
What about the people who are not in Kimisitu Sacco?
That's where I was coming in this professional undertaking, where you are able to get the loan from whichever bank.
Okay.
You only need your lawyer, and our lawyer, they exchange notes, and through that undertaking, you are able to secure a loan from the financial institution of choice or the one that you bank with, and you acquire a property from us. And then you will surrender that title to that company or that financial institution, and it will still act as your collateral for that matter.
Okay. But now I feel like the best option would be, with the Sacco, since with the MOU and everything, you've said no guarantor is necessarily needed.
Guarantors are not needed. It's only that maybe depending with your appraisal, depending with the property that you require, the security terms will depend with the Sacco. But we do have a standing security for you in the parcel that you are acquiring.
All right. Let's talk about the fees that are included when it comes to land purchase. Because a lot of times you see the situations whereby, yes, this is what you require. You need that $1 million to buy this land. But apparently, after you purchase the land, there are some other fees that, I don't know, the stamp duties, the legal fee, take us through that part of purchasing the land in regards to that.
Eric, that's a very good question. Most of the customers do ensure that they are told exactly what it is before they get into an agreement. And here at Kimisitu Investment, we do understand that the customers get much pressure, especially after meeting the first obligation, which is a major obligation. These other obligations of the stamp duty, the title processing, some search and conveyancing and all that, they are the ones that actually make our investments or the population investment in property more difficult than the initial 1 million shillings. So at Kimisitu Investment Company PLC, we have you covered. What we do is that we sell to you a property which is all inclusive. What you just need to do at the end of the process, maybe after giving you the title deed, you can do your own independent search so that you get the maximum confidence that the property belongs to you at the registry. However, At Kimisitu Investment, we do not have those additional charges after you have acquired with us. We tell you the price is this, and it is all inclusive. And after paying that, we exchange the transfer documents, and after 1 or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe, you get your title deeds, and then that's all you need to do with us. For the additionals, they actually hinder investments. That's how we define them.
Okay, would you mind explaining to us what are these necessarily additional things? Like, what are the inclusive part apart from just paying for the parcel? What are these payments that are needed exactly?
These payments are quite many. If you look at it, the charges come all the way from the mutations, the green card, the due diligence, the conveyancing fees.
So there's conveyancing fees,
duty,
okay. Then there's stamp duty.
The land rates, if they have not been paid from the previous owner. And all those charges can all fall on you, especially if you just buy the parcel. But here you don't just buy.
Yeah.
We cater for you all those charges. And the final product or the final price that we give you is usually the final price until you get your clean title deeds.
Okay, so let's say you're talking to a first-time investor or a first-time buyer. Explain to them what is conveyancing fees, what is stamp duty, what is this land rate that I have to pay. Would you mind? Yeah.
Okay, conveyancing is the legal part of it, where the lawyer does the due diligence and all that and authenticates that the land clearly belongs to this seller or this vendor.
Okay.
For the stamp duty, those are the government fees which are charged on exchange of properties. Which is the other one?
You said this, the land rates.
The land rates. The land rates, most of our parcels have leases of 999 years. Yeah, in most parcels which are 99 years, there are those rates that are payable to the county governments and even the national government. So if a land has not been
paid by
meeting those charges, then they can also fall on the new purchaser, because the transfer will not occur without having settled all those land rates. Okay. But for the freehold properties, it's a different case. They do not attract charges.
What Kimisitu usually deals in is a lot of freehold properties.
Most of the properties that we do have are freehold, but when we meet a prime customer-oriented property that is leasehold, we can acquire and then we communicate effectively to the customer what it is.
Okay, and you said something about title transfer. That's also inclusive of like the fees that are there when it comes to
all of them. If we tell you a property is $1 million, we guarantee you the title deeds.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very. What necessarily, if especially when it comes to financing, how do you value a land? Like, because of course there are lands that, this 8th acre is 500,000, this 8th acre is 1 million. What necessarily differs there, and how can you put a number to it? Yeah.
Okay, that's a good question, Eric. At Kimisitu Investment, we believe in value for money.
Okay.
And everything that we put across for our customers, we must first have absorbed it and counted and checked whether it is making value for money. We do use professional valuers before acquisition of any property that we do have, and we also look at the value addition. The value additions that we have, for example, is some properties that we have boreholes. This water is from one of our wells, and we do have roads which have been done, beaconing, fencing, and all those that a customer may require to have value for money. In addition, the location where our properties are have well-maintained amenities. We look for properties that have value by themselves and the potential to grow. So we guarantee you value upon doing evaluation of a property that you have, that can come out very true that our properties offer value for money.
Okay, and with that, I guess I do not feel like I have any other questions when it comes to financing. It's just the whole point of, it was explained before that, yes, you can have that disposable income, then bring it to investment. But when you're saying you have zero, you don't necessarily have zero per se. It's not like someone who can just walk from the road and come and tell you, I have zero, give me a loan. Like the due diligence when it comes to, like even explaining the appraisal that you said for financial institutions do for an individual. Would you mind explaining necessarily, yes, I have zero, but when these people do their due diligence, what exactly should I ensure that is in my background, or is when they're doing their due diligence, so that I can be even accepted for that loan?
Thank you, Eric. When I said zero,
Yeah.
Before then I had talked about some disposable income.
Okay.
But this income that you have cannot meet their million.
Yeah.
So that's where financing comes in. In financial institutions, what they check in that appraisal is your ability. That ability is guaranteed by how you are able to meet your obligations.
Okay.
So the appraisal by itself is basically a check on your ability to meet the obligation of that particular loan to acquire this property. Okay. You may have the ability, but also do not have the security. That's where the MOU is coming in. So when it comes to appraisal, it's just a check of ability to pay.
Okay. And this is like the
credit worthiness. I'll call it that.
Yeah, so like the CRBs, you have to also
check.
You
may call it the CRBs. You may call it that your payslip must meet a third.
Oh, okay.
It can happen that maybe you got a salary increment somewhere and you are feeling that, okay, this increment of 10,000 should make an impact.
Okay.
You are trying to create that impact by acquiring a property so that you remember that forever.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us and explaining the whole financing part when it comes to investing in land. Thank you for our viewers for reaching the end of this episode. We have been joined by Mr. Daniel Bushema. He's the head of financing at Kimisitu Investment. And yes, remember to like, subscribe, share, and join us for more episodes. The episodes, like I said, are always coming out on Fridays, and we'll be having different guests and different industry professionals when it comes to real estate and land investment. Make sure to also invest with Kimisitu Investment. So you have heard the good things that they have even with the Kimisitu Sacco. And yes, we have different properties, Kimisitu Haven Court, Malili, Tulivu Gardens, all around Nairobi and more. And yes, thank you for joining us, and see you next time.